Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And we are just with a lot of information going on right now. Excuse my presentation here, room's a little bit messy, but happy belated Mother's Day. Mother's Day was earlier in this week. So happy Mother's Day again to all the moms out there. We had a couple of events going on at the same time. And it was a little overwhelming for me because it was all during this Mother's Day event. How can you really enjoy it when you're supposed to be spending time with your mom? But that's Niantic for you. You know, unless mom plays Pokemon Go. I know some of you are lucky and get to do that, but I would assume, it's me assuming that many of us aren't. You know, if you're young and your mom takes you places to these raids or what have you, that's good if you're able to play the game with her, but my mom's not into that. That said, I had a friend who was going to allow me to play on her daughter's account for the Safari Zone because they had tickets for that prior to this pandemic, but they decided they were going to play the whole time, so this video is going to be a little bit different with me traveling. By traveling, I don't mean faking my location. I mean traveling as in, I was going to pretend like I was in Philadelphia and catch all these shinies. So they had shiny Voltorb that was out. And that was cool. Weird, reversal there from red to blue. Nothing super spectacular, but it's a shiny, right? I think we'd all like to just get rid of all the regular or just keep one regular and then have one shiny and then just call it a day. Some of you are like, hey, I want male, female, and shiny and all that. But for me, I could take one really good PvP quality, maybe a hundo, regular Pokemon, doesn't matter with the gender, and then have a shiny to complement it and move on from that Pokemon. Unless they had different, styles, attributes. What I mean by that is like different charged attacks and, they were more than one type. Okay, so moving on from that. Prior to that, we had Snubbull. So many Snubbull everywhere. And I felt like I was snubbed because while this research was easier to perform than, let's say, the Phoebus or the Minccino, the rates were extremely low, man. They were low. I was not happy. Check it. Evolve a fairy type. Snubbull. Make 3 great throws in a row, for a Snubbull. 3 curves, or something like that, for a Snubbull. They were all for Snubbull, and you were hoping that, hey, as easy as this is, everybody should get a shiny, right? Wasn't the case. Your boy did maybe over 120 of these research tasks. And I did play from 11 to 8 o'clock? Not just sitting here on my phone, but, periodically. I was out running errands and everything, and that Friday I had stuff going on trying to get ready for the weekend. And, with my gacha on, still only one shiny. Now I really wanted to give up, but the lesson here is never give up, exclamation point, question mark, because I felt like I should have, because fortunately I was already traded a Snubbull, months prior, but I never evolved it to a Granbull because like many shinies, they aren't really that great, not really good IVs, but I've got enough Granbull to just never deal with that again. I mean, it was a bunch of bull that I did all these tasks and felt snubbed. Wink, wink, see what I'm doing there? But I at least got that one. So the footage that you're seeing here, well, that's what it is. It's that Friday. We've got some more news, though, because not only did we have the Snubbull, we have the Safari Zone event. I think we had PvP. You had a couple of boxes here. Let's actually look here. So I'm not going to show this yet. I'm going to speak to what I'm showing, or I'm going to speak to what I'm looking at here, but you're still going to see the Friday Snubbull footage as far as that runs here. Let me see what's going on here first. No, I don't want... Well, this is a good Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and catch this. We've got a Tauros here. Sorry, again, wasn't planning on showing it or knowing that it was there. I'm not going to show it, but that's what we're doing right now. What we want to look at is the research going on that was just completed, because that's what I wanted to speak to. So what Niantic loves to do right now is do these paid events. They're like $1 or something like that, and you can't really blame them, because for a coin they're giving you these great, boxes and stuff like that every Monday. At least, they have been for the last couple of weeks. Sorry, as I pick my nails here, they're a little bit dirty. They've been doing that, so they're like, hey, to make our money back up, let's try to get them to do this, special research. If you last recall, Abra Community Day had one, so expect one of those to come up soon. So here's what I was talking about before I got momentarily distracted. In the research here, let's actually look at that, because this is what I'm actually planning to show. This throwback challenge, all right? So you had the Kanto, and now we've just completed Johto. Johto ends in a couple days, I think Friday, so then we'll move from that to the Hoenn region. At least I think it's the Hoenn region. So time research, like I said, times 2 catch Stardust and raid Stardust. So that was good for what it was too. I did finish that within the day. I know a lot of people did as well, and again, they might have got the research a lot earlier than scheduled. So with that came the Ho-Oh, and some people got the shinies there. I think I got a decent one. I'm going to have to look back and see what kind I actually did get, because I can't imagine them being 2 stars or less. It's going to be 2 stars or higher. Let me look at what my Ho-Oh was as I delete this Tauros that I just caught. My Ho-Oh was 1631, and it was 3 stars with attack. So let me go ahead and screenshot that, and hopefully I'll show you all that on screen, and that'll help me know where to come in on this video. So yeah, that's what we had going on. So you had all of that, and it was just overkill. It's like, whoa, we want to try to finish this Johto stuff. We want to try to do the Grand Bowl, and then Sunday, if there was time, do that Safari Zone for my friend, and maybe some of the luck would rub off on me, but I tried with the incense. Your boy didn't get anything noteworthy. Let me actually verify that. Okay, so we had a Grand Bowl. I did get a Yanma out of it, okay? So I had an incense going. I want to say, what day was that? That was on the 9th. I had an incense going. I'll show that too. It's marked for trade because I already got one of these. In the same situation here at the house. No incense that first time, but yeah, your boy got that shiny Yanma, and that ended a pretty big drought there at the time. So congrats to all of you who racked up on the unknowns. I don't know if they spelled out Philadelphia or Philly or whatever. Somebody let me know in the comments, but I was promised that, hey, I'll at least give you a shiny Voltorb, because the premise here was, hey, if you do this for my daughter, you play for her because she's not going to play the whole time, I will allow you to show it for a video. But since that didn't happen, hopefully I'll get traded a shiny Voltorb instead. We'll see though. The goal is to rack up Stardust. Not really concerned about getting a shiny Voltorb. You know how it works for me. I say it in the last few videos. The way Leonard's Law works is this. if there's an event shiny, I will get it later on where it's no longer relevant. But I'll get it. I'll get it. No worries there. But the Snubbull was very frustrating to have done. You know, at the 70 marker, I should have quit. And I was like, no, you know, last thing I want to do is, you know, because they were so easy. You know, you just click on a couple things and your gotcha's catching them. You've already done 3 of them without even thinking about it. So you would be remiss to not check. And then once you check and you trash it, oh, that counted as a transfer 5 Pokemon. You're already on the next step for the next research reward for the Snubbull. So that's kind of what my attitude was there. So we did it. Now there are rumors, and pretty much confirmed at this point, that there is going to be a shiny C-Dot. And no, it's not just going to be random like some of these Pokemon are. That's what the May Community Day is going to be. So congrats if that's what you're excited about. It's coming. So I think it's May 24th or something like that. I'll have more information as time progresses. I'm thinking what it's saying here is May 23rd is when the Community Day is going to be. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. So that said, how did you guys do? What shinies did you get? Are you excited about the C-Dot Community Day that they're talking about? It could be fake, you know. I really don't know at this point, but I felt that was enough information to talk about in this video. One more thing. They've got one more of those boxes we were talking about, those special boxes that are just a coin. Be sure to pick that up. Now, if you were like me and didn't realize it, you could only hold 3 at a time. I thought you could hold 5, because I thought I heard another YouTuber say that. But it's not the case. I think you can hold 3 at a time and possibly buy more to where you can have us up to 5, but don't quote me on that. I know you can hold as many as 3, and it looked like it was broken. Like I was going to have to write Niantic a letter like, look, I try to click and nothing happens. A message should be there saying you can't hold more than 3. That's what it should say, but it doesn't. It acts as if it doesn't know what you're doing, as if, you know, you're not tapping. I was like, oh, I'm going to scratch my screen messing with this thing. But yeah, just use a remote raid pass when you can, and then, you know, you can take advantage of that. Why? I think it's worth a coin, and not only that, but you get so much other things besides the remote raid pass. And I'm not sure if I can still see it since I already redeemed it. But yeah, I can't see it. But I think you got like some, you know, Pokeballs and some berries additional with it. So that was already a deal. And I really didn't need much more to incentivize me. So that said, gang, I'm going to wrap it up. I will see you in the next one. Captain Sensation!